George Russell is stoked. And if you're a Red Bull or Ferrari fan, this should leave you shook. The British driver isn't just confident, he's dead certain that 2026 is the Silver Arrow's year. And you know who's backing him up on that? Lando Norris. Yeah, the reigning world champion himself admitted that Russell is the bookies' favourite to take it all this year. When the guy who just clinched the championship looks over and says the other dude's gonna dominate, you better pay attention. Mercedes pulled off something no other team managed this pre-season. 500 laps in 3 days of testing at Barcelona. 500. While Red Bull Ford was dealing with drama in the paddock, the German outfit just ate up the Catalan tarmac non-stop. Kimi Antonelli and George Russell were swapping the cockpit like they were cruising on a Sunday morning. Zero drama. Zero critical mechanical failures. Zero reasons for Toto Wolff to lose sleep. But here's the kicker that nobody's saying out loud. This insane performance didn't come out to nowhere. It's not just engineering prowess or dumb luck. There's something going down under the hood that's making the other teams lose their minds. And when I say lose their minds, I'm not being dramatic. I'm talking secret letters being sent to the FIA, closed-door meetings in the motorhome, tense conversations between technical directors. Mercedes found something. And that something is chilling in what they call the grey area of the regulations. Let's cut straight to the technical stuff without the fluff. The trick is in the geometric compression ratio of the engine cylinders. Sounds gnarly, but it's pretty straightforward. When the piston goes up inside the cylinder, it compresses the air-fuel mixture before ignition. The higher the compression, the more efficient the burn, the more power you squeeze out. But there's a limit in the regs. The FIA sets a maximum compression ratio that everyone's got to respect. So far, so good. Now here's where Mercedes gets clever. They created a system where that compression ratio changes when the car's on the move. Sitting still in the pit lane or during technical checks, the engine's within the limits. But when Russell hits the throttle down the straight, the internal geometry of the cylinder shifts ever so slightly. It's not blatant cheating. It's not illegal in the literal sense. But it's walking that razor-thin line between what's allowed and what's forbidden. It's the textbook definition of a grey area. The other teams know this. Christian Horner knows it. Fred Vasseur knows it. Everyone knows it. That's why the letters started hitting Mohammed Ben Sulayem's desk and the technical commissioner's tables. What's in them? Formal requests for the FIA to investigate and, if needed, ban the Merc engine before the first race of the championship. Nobody wants to face a car that's got a power advantage disguised as technical innovation. Toto Wolff, of course, is playing the political game like a boss. He's already gone public saying the engine's completely within the regulations, that Mercedes has always respected the rules, that the competition's just salty about good work. And technically, he's not lying. The engine passes the checks. But he knows, and everybody knows, there's a difference between being within the letter of the law and being within the spirit of the law. Meanwhile, George Russell is racking up mileage and confidence. Kimi Antonelli's youth is also being polished on this solid foundation of testing. Mercedes isn't just testing the car, they're building a fortress of data and fine-tuning that's going to pay dividends throughout the season. Every lap at Barcelona was another piece of the puzzle clicking into place. Every telemetry session was another step ahead of the rivals. Lando Norris ain't no fool. He knows how to read the game. When he says Russell's the favourite, it's not fake humility. It's raw realism. He's seen the lap times. He knows F1 history. He knows that when a team shows up to pre-season with this kind of mechanical consistency and this volume of testing, it's usually a sign they nailed the new regs. And the 2026 regulations changed a lot. Smaller engines, active aero, synthetic fuels. It's a whole new ballgame, and Mercedes seems to have cracked the code before everyone else. But there's another psychological factor weighing in here. Norris admitted that Russell has that hunger for victory, that drive he himself felt when he took the title in 2025. When you hear that from a champion, you understand that Russell isn't messing around. He's not at Mercedes just to make up the numbers. He wants blood, wants to prove he should have been champion before, wants to erase any doubt about his ability to lead a top team. And meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton watches from afar, wearing Ferrari red, probably wondering if he made the right call leaving the German team just when they seem to have found the magic formula. The irony stings. He spent years waiting for Mercedes to get back on top after Red Bull's dominance. He left, and now they're back without him. So, we're back to the main question. Should the FIA act? Should they ban the engine before the first race? Or should they let Mercedes play in this grey area until someone proves it's actually illegal? The paddock politics are boiling over. The rival teams are pushing hard. But so far no official decision's been made, and the longer time passes without a ban, the more Mercedes consolidates their advantage. Truth is, Formula One's always lived in these murky zones. Mercedes' DAS in 2020, Red Bull's FlexiWing, Ferrari's 2019 engine. Every team that dominates finds a trick that's right on the edge, and every team that gets left behind tries to ban that trick. It's the eternal cycle of the sport, but this time feels different. The scale of the advantage seems bigger. Russell's confidence seems bulletproof. Norris's admission feels like a preview of what's coming. Everything points to Mercedes' domination in 2026. Unless the FIA decides the grey area went too far. Now pick your side. Does George Russell take this championship, or does Lando Norris pull off the back-to-back? Drop it in the comments.